Hi and welcome to this conversation today. I have invited Viktoria Komlosi. Welcome,
Yeah.
Viktoria.
Thanks, Cecilia, to invite me to your nice channel and conversation.
Thank you for coming. You are from Hungary and live in Ireland now.
Yes, that's...
Yeah, with your family. Yeah. And you are an insight coach and 3P practitioner and a mentor.
Yes. I met with the 3 principle understanding a year ago from now, 2012, around April, May. And since then, I feel that that's my mission, to spread the word and bring this understanding, bring more awareness and to my life and to other life. And I am living this fully in my personal life and in my coaching practice and in the mentoring world as well. So I think I feel that it's just very valuable for everyone, and everyone should know.
It truly is. And then that's why we had we set a topic today, and it's try to create a happiness to be here and now. And you told me for a couple of minutes ago about your feeling about here and now.
Yeah, during my experience and during my exploration around these 3 principles, I recognizing more and more that really the magic happened the here and now. Because we don't have any other moments, just here and now. I mean, previous moments already gone, the next still not here. So we are here and now every time. And we are here and now as well, that when we are not in our head. And that's when I recognize myself, that every time when I'm thinking about something, thinking about my problem, thinking about my past experiences or my future, what I would like to do, I disconnect from the here and now, and I lose the power of the present moment and the maybe possibilities, what I don't recognize because I'm too lost in my head. So I am practicing the here and now for myself, and I try to bring awareness that how important in that's whatever you do, when we are doing something, we just have to do and not think the here and now. Like the biggest, when you can recognize this, I believe that when we are reading a book and we start to think about something and you reading the words, but you don't get it. So you have to go back and read again, and you start to think about something. And again, that what was the previous half page, you don't know. So you go back again, you start to read. So it's so easy to lost in our thinking, and it's in every activity and every conversation, in everything, that if we are in our head, we lose connection with the here and now. And that's a biggie. I think that if we recognize this in our life, then just the quality what we can experience in a relationship, in your happiness, in your activities, will make a big difference.
It's like slowing down to the speed of life.
Exactly.
Stop traveling with your thoughts, because it's what we do. We just travel with our thoughts. We are still here. We can't be any other place than here, even if it feels like it. So we get so caught up in our thinking that we travel away, but it's just in our mind.
Exactly. And you know that if you check your life, or I check my life, that I know where I made these human thinking things that I just lost in my mind. I'm daydreaming. I'm not really engaging with my task, with my job, with my partner, with my daughter, because I'm so busy to think about things instead of just being with them, focusing on them, put my attention in them and nurturing them, be with them. Because when we in this daydream, these dreaming states, then when we are thinking, we are not with that in that moment, not with others in the conversation, with people, with the task, what we are doing. But when we are with them, we see them, we hear them, we engage, we understand better, and we might getting curious why we see things differently, not try to justify or thinking that no, I know better, no, that's my thinking is more important, so I'm not listening to you. I have many times these kind of moments, especially in my personal life, that how busy I was to think about my stuff, what was going on in my head, and don't listening to my daughter. And she nagging me that, mommy, look, mommy, listen, mommy, come and check. And even I'm checking, but I'm not there, and I have to ask back that, what did you say? What did you say? What did you show me? I didn't recognize. It's small things. But when we start to experience the difference, that when we know that when we are thinking on something else, we are even talk with that person, but we don't get it. What they try to tell us, we really lose time, lose the connection, lose the trust, lose the magic of the true relationship.
Yeah, we have all kinds of discussions up in our head, like voices, they're talking to each other, and they saying things to each other, and it's like a dialogue up here, and we forget that I'm up here in that conversation with myself, my thoughts, and I'm not here. And our children, they remind us about that. So that's good to be with children. I can see that with my grandchild, that when I'm together with her, I remind myself, and she reminds me about grandmother, look here, look what I have done. What are we going to do now? And we play, and so then I come back, and it's a good reminder.
Yeah, it's true that those chit chat, I was listening webinars, and they talk about this chitty chatty voice in our head, and I started to call it, now it's like my butt head. It's like but always telling me that, but this, but that, but this is more important. So it's our personal thoughts and personal habitual thinking that was always try to be good and right. But when we come back to the now, that voice gone. That we listen, truly listen to the others and not listening to our internal conversation, or not doing that internal conversation with myself, because that's me as well. That's the other part of me. Try to explain, justify, figure it out, and distract. Really, it's just a distraction. Because as well, that when I truly with my child, I know that my head is kind of empty. I don't have those personal chit-chat things in my head. I am able to hear and see she and what she tried to tell me. And that's true with everything. With my husband, with you, with the other person with whom I'm talking, or colleagues, whatever. When you are able to listen to them, you see the silence, you feel the silence in your head, that there is nothing there.
And then you have all the things you feel that you must clean the house, you must do this and this and that. But to come back and make it more to come back here, it's a difference. It's another way to walk, because we can get filled up with a lot of things that we must all the time, and then we don't have that rest, no time to listen. And I felt that a lot before, because I was always so busy, always so busy. I can't listen now, I'm up in this, I can't hear, not now, and not now, and that not now came so often. And now I can see that, do I need to go in all this must all the time? It's the part of me that wants to be a good girl. The ego that wants other people to feel, to see that, oh, she's good, and for me too, that I want to feel good. But that never stops. It comes new things you must do, and new things, then you get so busy.
A couple of weeks ago, I have this realization, what I also heard from others before or after, I don't remember, but I realized that I can do things two ways. I can clean the house, and I can clean the house in a way that I give that extra thinking that, oh, I hate to do this, oh, it's again, it's messy, but I clean it a couple of weeks ago, so it's time, and oh, something will happen, and it's too dusty, blah, 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 blah. So I clean it without that heavy thinking. I clean it, it feels good, it's time, I don't like the mess, whatever. And I clean it in a way that I give it that extra heaviness and blame on myself that why I am that lazy housewife that you don't like to clean, and now it's time to clean because it's what others, if someone come, what they tell, and it's what I mean, that we just see the fact and do things because it makes sense and feel good, or it's just, yeah, if the house is dirty, if you don't want to live in a dirty house, clean the house. Simple. Or clean the house plus with that heavy, disturbing thinking, what's even give you a worse experience while you clean the house. But you can have a good experience, because if you just feel, oh, I feel that now I'm ready to clean, put some good music and let's hoover or something, and it's no time and the house is clean.
Yeah, and some things you can do together.
Yeah.
You can cook together, you can clean together, and maybe it feels more easier to do it together. You're not alone with it. You can do it, make it some good thing to do together.
Together, alone, it doesn't matter. Yesterday, at night, 9 o'clock, I told my daughter we do something here around the office desk, and I said that, oh my God, it's very dusty. So in 10 minutes, we tidy up, we undust everything, and it was so satisfying. We do it together without thinking too much. We just did it. And it was so easy and light and fun. Check the little things, what was all around. Oh, I found this pendant. I thought I lost it. Oh, everything is here. But we can do this another way. I know we have to clean. I don't. Maybe tomorrow. It's when I start to tune into that feeling, that when I see and when I feel that it's good to do something, when it feels right to do it now, I do it. I start not to overthink, because then it's another trap that give us, that when we overthink things and try to think about it better, it just give us more that heavy and difficult feelings, or disturbing, or anxiety, or whatever feeling it gives you. It depends what you do. It's like if you don't like clean the house because you start to think in the way how you see the cleaning, it's always give you that not really good experience. But when you just see, okay, let's do it, it feels right now to do, experience will be totally different. So it's true for me in nearly everything, that when I'm not thinking too much about it, I can do things, whatever I want to do. When I just let it be and just do, like the cooking, the parenting, the work, more and more I can make it without that heavy feeling. It's more easier, more lighter, more fun. And
sorry.
And it's the present moment, that when you don't think about it, the life is good. It feels light, it feels happy, it feels full and beautiful. I recognize the liveness in it, and not the heaviness, not the problems, not the stress what's come with the thinking, how I think about the facts.
I have to say that my wardrobe, I think it calls like that, my clothes was a mess, and I have thinking about to take care of that for some weeks now, and it looked like, oh, what have I done? But yesterday I was lying in my sofa and I was just feeling that, oh, maybe I can go up there and take care of a few things, not everything, but a few things, and maybe that will make me feel a little better. So I did, and I don't know what that was coming from. It just came through me that now is the time that it felt okay for me, and it was not thinking about it before. It just came, and that felt, it was another feeling. So I went up and I started to take care of my clothes, and I didn't expect me to do it all, but after a while I felt that I had a flu, and then after a while it was done. So it's really like something comes through us when we not think about it, and we just move ourselves to that place and do the things we need to do. And I've seen that come in many other ways, and we don't think that it's like that. We think that we must think through everything. If I don't think about this, how to do that, it doesn't happen. But I can see now that if I rest from it and let it go, it comes to me that, oh, no, I'm going to fix that.
Exactly, as you just said, that something comes through you, even the actions and activity, and when it feels right, it makes so easy to do it. When you don't start to think, when you don't engage with the chit-chat in your head. And here in the present moment, that check what we can do without overthinking and without giving that extra difficulties. That what we can do now, if the house is messy, just put away those clothes, just tidy up one t-shirt, one trouser, one socks at a time, one by one. What you can do now, I can do this again, I can do that now, without thinking. And with this flow, you can make a lot of things to be done without thinking. And I think the problem with us, what I saw in myself, that I always thinking about the far distance, that okay, so wow, I need to clean the whole house. And of course that it looks so heavy and difficult. But what I can do now, I can sweep the corridor, I can tidy up the kitchen, I can wash the dishes, I can make my bed. We forget the small things because we think that doesn't matter, but the small things are matter, because the house we built it brick by brick. The house will be clean inch by inch. You can't clean the whole house in like this, but if you clean it inch by inch, it will be ready like this.
Yeah, So small steps,
Yeah.
not too heavy steps, and that is in the whole life. With the stuff that happens in life that we don't like, if we move forward in small steps, after a while it feels little better and little better. And if we come back to this moment and not have all these big things around us, all stuff around us that we get so busy thinking about, it makes it more simple. And I just love that simple feeling. But then you don't have the control. You must accept to not control everything. Things happens even if I'm not controlling it. Better things. I've seen better things happen to me when I put the control away. But it feels like, before it felt like it's up to me if this is going to happen. But even more I try things, I try too hard, I take too much control, it doesn't work.
I think that this, not just with you, but with me too, and everyone, because I like to things happen in a way that how I think it's right, how I think and how I learn, how I do it. But everyone is doing a little bit differently, and it's like sometimes I do things differently. So as you said, the controlling, that you just have to do things and it's don't really matter what's kind of be the outcome, because it's not up to us. It's of course we try to do things to have a better, good outcome, but it's not up to us. It's not always will be the same outcome and the same feeling. What's end and what's the result? If I know that my action, I did my best, clean the house, be with my friend, be with my daughter, and it's not up to me how they are feeling, how really what will be the end result. We try to do the best in each moment, and if it feels right, then we can do everything and not control. The control again is just for me that I think, if I think about it, in that if I do this how I think, that will be the best, instead of just do things and let's see what's happened. I think it's, for me, it's the big things that when I am in a work, or in a creating new relationship or something, that what so difficult to disengage from that thinking that what what might other people think about me. It's not up to me as
I don't hear you, Viktoria. Yeah, we come back again now. So I want to speak more about how can we come back to this moment for those who are up in your head and are feel that you can't run away from yourself. This is something that both you and I, Viktoria, we share with the three principles understanding. How can we guide people to feel safe enough to come home again? Because that is something we all want to do. We want to come home in peace and find that quiet place in ourselves, which is the feeling we got in the now, in this moment, in present. So can we talk a little about that, Viktoria?
Yeah, sure. That being here in the now, it's really means for me that when I'm not in my head, when I'm not thinking. And every time when I start to recognize that little tension and really don't get on my surrounding, on the task, what I'm doing, that's recognition, the recognizing the talk in my head. That's what's bring me back to the moment, to the here and now. And sometimes, you know, when you just take a breath and just look around and just see something where you can lost, see a beautiful flower. I have some orchids in my window, or see birds, or listen the nature. That's bring you back to the now, because we can't divide our attention. You can pay attention only one thing. If you pay attention here in your head, you don't get anything else what's going on out in the outside world, or what's going on in real with you. And if you pay attention on surroundings, you cannot really, that's where your mind is quiet. That's where you are not hearing your inside voice. There is no good or bad way to do. I think it's everybody we doing it every moment. Take a deep breath. Okay, let's relax and start to do, be busy with the doings and the thinking. And again, feels so heavy and tired. Take a deep breath again, and that's what's bring you back to the present moment and give like a fresh start. I like to smell some things, because the smell, the intensity, it's so strong, and it's go in your nerves very quickly. To smell, take the deep breath, smell a flower or a scent or something as well can bring you back in the present moment. Touch something to feel I have lots of things in my desk. This is a piece of crystal. You know, touch it, feel how cold is it, or what the texture, whatever. Everything can bring you back to the present moment. When I don't have any practice, but I see that when what I recognize that when I'm too much in my head, I don't see the beauty, and I don't see I don't experience the joy of the life, this human life what we have. When I'm thinking, everything looks so difficult and problematic and complex. When I lost in that home space, when I feel that I'm here and now, I see the magic, what's surrounding us, surrounding me here, even in this small, tiny area or room in the garden. It's that personal, thoughtless place is the home that's calm, where everything feels and looks calm and good. That's that home place what we supposed to be more. But we have this nice engine here, a nice system, what's give us the opportunity to think, to create, to craft something. That's make us human. Because once we started to recognize that, oh, I can do this, oh, I can do that. And we keep doing that, keep thinking about things, because we think that because if we think, that's how we can solve problems. But is there any true problem out there? Or just there are facts, there are facts, yes, that we can think about it, but still the fact is there without labeling it. It's difficult or problematic or things, and we can be creative how to approach that facts, that the house is dirty, or I have to work, or I have to parent, or whatever, I have to engage with my partner or with the neighbor or something. Instead of thinking about it and make it seeing as a difficult, because then we will see it as a difficult, and of course you don't want to do it. And it doesn't mean that you have to be always engaging and do things, because you choose that if you want to talk, if it feels right to talk with someone or do this or do that, you will do it. But if it doesn't feel good, then don't do it, and don't overthink.
It's another way to look, a sight from within, an insight that we have and we got all our lives. And the more we look in the direction of inside, we get more and more ability to have this insight, because we don't look out to the world and ask everyone else. We look and see if I've got the answer inside of me. And I have seen that for myself, that I've got. Not when I'm caught up in my head, not when I'm in my busy thinking. But when I slow down the speed and let go of the control, my answer is there, inside, the sight from within. And that's a huge change of seeing life. To recognize that I'm something more than my thinking. My thinking is something that comes and goes like my feelings. And I'm not something that comes and goes. I'm always here, always now. And I recognize all these things if I listen. And we do not always do that. Some people are so caught up in the thinking that they don't believe that they have this inside. But we do know how it feels when we connect with our heart, when we feel the authentic feeling. When something is true, you can't talk it away with words. You just know when it's true. When you follow your heart. And that makes a big difference to live life from the inside and out. And not from the outside and in. Because we have all these circumstances in life, all the things that happens to us, but we have the ability to step away from things that doesn't feel good for us. That's up to us. We are free to think and feel, and free to decide who we want to be with or not. So I can be me. Even if I care about how other people think. That's a human thing that we do. But I don't need to. I can trust my feelings. When it feels right, I know. Because it comes from a deeper place in myself. That no words can take away from me. When you know, you know. And when we connect with that, we know how to do in life. With our partner, with our jobs, with our children. So it's a reminder to put ourselves back. And sometimes we need someone to help us with that. A friend, a coach, or a human being who can guide us back, because we get blind. We don't see sometimes how to come home. but there are also always a possibility to come home. And that's what Viktoria, you and I, we are pointing to guide people to come home, to be who they are, the true self. And we got all the things we need. So easy to forget. We also forget, both you and I. That's human.
Yeah, as you said, that this makes us human, that we forget and then remember, and we forget. We are at home and we are not. And we have nothing else to do, just to trust that we can be home anytime. And earlier, as you said, that we all looking for that happiness, that good feeling. And the good feeling is when you feel home, when you are here in the now and not in your thinking. And even when you lost in your thinking, your wisdom guides you back home. The wisdom guide you to take that deep breath. The wisdom guide you to look around and check that you are safe. You don't have anything to worry about here and now. The wisdom guide you to show you which way to go. What's the next step, what you can take. And really just check what's come with a good feeling. Search for that good feeling. The good feeling is your guide. When we are making decisions, if you truly see that you always try to choose the most possible, best decision for you, what's make you feel good in that moment. You never choose the worst things. The wisdom always there for you that okay, even this situation when everything feels so bad, you choose the best one. What make you feel good. The other things what just came into my mind when you was talking, that those other wise people who from thousands of years ago describe same things, how they know, how they already know that the love and understanding and the calmness and the here and now is the important, because that's true. It's still true here now. That's why those quotes, those statements are still valid, because they are true for us. They already know that, and they was able to distinguish between the truth and what's not. And I think that the wonderful things that what Sid Banks described is just not telling the truth, but explaining the mechanism, explain to how we just have to understand how our system works. And when we understand that, we don't have to figure it out and everything and don't have to overthink. We just have to relax, come back to the now, because we are very well taking care of everything.
Yeah, one quote is we can walk each other home.
Yeah.
And that's very beautiful, because it is all that needs. Because when I come home, I know my answer. Then I don't need all the advice. It's just sometimes we go lost in ourselves, and we need someone to put us back, to hold our hand and walk with us home again. And then we know. And that's a very beautiful thing to know. And a difference for people to know that they are not broken, nothing is wrong, they just need to come back again, a hand to come back.
Yeah, we all have our life story, things happening with us. That's the life. Better, worse. The main things is that what we take out, that it's what's happened with me or what I did, it's not me. It's not really me, it's the life, what's happening with everyone. But we are right, and we can learn from it in a way that is it give me a good or bad feeling, and really for me nowadays it's doing things what give me a good feeling, what give me, or doing things what feels good to do it. Doing things, do the actions, do the steps, what feels the best.
And if it is to cry just now,
oh yeah,
cry. That's also a good thing to do. That's not bad. It's also a good thing to do. And if I need to get angry because I love someone, and the person do something that it's not acceptable at all, it's not good for the person at all to do that, I can get angry, because that's can also be love. So I can have everything, every emotions, and I don't need to say that they are right or wrong. They are just emotions, and I express them when I go through life and meet all the circumstances, all my life. Like you say, I'm not the circumstances. I'm the one who's going through all the circumstances in life with my emotions and feelings and thoughts.
yeah, and if we don't start to label our circumstances, because there are just things, there are just facts, that it's raining, and it's not the rain what's make you feel good or bad, or not the weather, or not the boss, or not the husband, or not the child, the way how we think about it. And when we stop labeling, we just keep them as neutral as possible. It's make the life easier. Once I really saw that how if I start to label everything and everyone and good, bad, cold, hot, like, don't like, it's just make things so complicated, dividing people, dividing cultures, dividing things. Of course, we are not the same. Of course, we are learning different things, but we still doing our life, experiencing our life in the same way. And is it a problem that I don't learn and don't do things like how you do? We grow up in a different part of Europe, in a different country with different family who do different things. Is it a good or bad thing? Let's make life interesting, that how it's like there are 7-8 billion different ways to do things. And there is not good or bad. So previously I might think in that way that, oh, we know it better because we did it like this in Hungary, blah, blah, blah. But no, now I start to see that, yes, it's their way to do things. And they come from that culture, from that country, it's their way. I accept it, and it's not a good or a bad things. If I born there, I most probably do the same. And if they born into my place, they do the same what we did. And when we understand and when people recognize, see this, it will bring more understanding and acceptance in our current society. What's really needed, because everyone like to be shown as individual and rights what they are doing, but do we really have to? Do we really have to fight because one skin color is different, or the religion or whatever? There is not good or bad way. And I think that's when people start to awaken and see things from this inside out, see each human being as an equal, how they live their life and how they create their reality, then it will be much more acceptance to each other, the different approach. And this can be bring it to the work culture, to the schools, to everyone. The basic.
Sorry. Oh.
So look for simplicity. Look for the basic things, that how we really live our lives through our lens of our thinking. And when we are here and now, it doesn't matter where you are. You can be in the Himalaya, you can be in your bed. If you are here and now, you are home.
That's beautiful, Viktoria. I think this will be a very nice place to end. And like me, you working as a coach, and I will put your contact mail or in the bio. So if someone wants to talk to Viktoria, she's you can contact there.
Thank you so much. I will share with you. I have a little homepage, website, and my contact details, and feel free to connect and initiate another conversation if you would like to work with me or know more about how we can create something beautiful or create a better life. And thanks so much for your invitation. I really enjoyed this conversation, and wish you good luck and recover from your
And thank you so much, Viktoria.
Thank you
to be my guest in this topic.
Thanks.
So thank you. Bye bye.
Bye. Take care. Bye.